This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore. So apparently, the interview between Donald Trump and Bret Baier on Fox News was a two-parter. And last night's may have been nuttier than the first night. It may have been more damaging for Donald Trump than the first part. There's only one instance that I want to talk about during this, and that was it really laid bare Donald Trump's lack of acuity and understanding of the policies that he purports to propose, that he acts like are of his own making, that they are out of the mighty wonky policy brain of Donald Trump. Because Donald Trump is duplicitous in many ways. He wants to be the guy who says one thing out of this side of his mouth and then one thing out of this side of his mouth that are diametrically opposed because, for instance, prior to the insurrection that he incited on the United States, the attempt to overthrow the United States government, to extra-constitutionally insert him as president once again, even though he lost the election, he said many things on the stage at the Ellipse that day, including, we're going to go fight like hell. You're not going to have a country anymore. We're going to march up there. We're going to take it back. All the things that he said. But he also said, but peacefully and patriotically, in one line, he said that. So that's what all of MAGA sticks to when the bulk of his speech, the preponderance of everything else, was violent and negative and radical and anti-democratic. And he does this by design. But he was caught in a moment last night that I don't think was by design. Bret Baier is asking him about Alice Johnson. He's bringing up Alice Johnson and his First Step Act, or Next Step Act. I don't remember the name of it. A woman who he granted clemency to, either a pardon or clemency. And he's bragging about this accomplishment. And to his credit, maybe the only time I'll ever give him credit, Bret Baier questioned him and said, yeah, but she'd be put to death under your policy moving forward, what you've proposed as a policy objective for 2024. And watch Donald Trump's, What? Look at him just stymied by his own ideas. Watch this.
I focused on nonviolent crime. As an example, a woman who you know very well was in jail. She had 24 more years to serve. She served for 22 years. She had
Alice Johnson.
Alice.
She was in the Super Bowl.
High quality. Oh, yeah. I said, how many years? And she was on a telephone call, and they were involved in selling marijuana, mostly marijuana. And she got like 50 years in jail.
But she'd be killed under your plan.
Huh?
As a drug dealer.
No. Under that, it would depend on the severity. It would depend on the severity.
She's technically a former drug dealer. She had multi-million-dollar cocaine ring.
Any drug dealer, look.
So even Alice Johnson in that ad.
She can't do it, okay? By the way, if that was there, no, she wouldn't be killed. It would start as of now, so you wouldn't go to the past.
I know, but your policy.
No, starting now, yeah.
Oh, 2024 is going to be great. Look, this is Donald Trump trying to play the leniency card and the empathy card, while in the same breath having policies out there proposed by him with his mouth to put women like Alice Johnson to death. Because we've got to be tough. It's toughness. It's toughness. Everything's toughness and bravado with Donald Trump. You don't have to take my word for it. Here's a moment from both September and November, and there's many, many, many others of him just this last year, calling for the death penalty for people who committed the crime that Alice Johnson was convicted of.
They kill 500 people during a lifetime, and I think it's much worse than that. I think that's only what we hear about. It would stop. If you didn't get it down 75, 80, 90% from day one, I'd be surprised. And these committees that they set up, it's laughable. It's a horrible thing. We would solve that problem so fast, and I'm calling on Republicans and Democrats immediately to get to Washington and institute the death penalty for drug dealers. You will no longer have a problem. We're going to be asking everyone who sells drugs, gets caught selling drugs, to receive the death penalty for their heinous acts, because it's the only way.
But Donald Trump wants it both ways. Donald Trump wants to be, I set her free. It is because of me and my pardon power. I am a great man who has sympathy and empathy for the little people. But then he also wants to be the guy to kill them, to put them to death. She's a great person. You don't get it both ways, Donald Trump. You definitely get it that way, though. Look, we got a choice in November. And unfortunately, he's likely to be one of them. And MAGA world does not seem dissuaded by the fact that he is a serial criminal, a traitor to the United States, a very likely guilty offender of violating the Espionage Act. They don't care about any of that. All they care about is owning the libs and whatever culture war is happening that day. And it looks like maybe Fox News is slowly drifting into the Ron DeSantis lane of the Republican Party and away from Donald Trump. I don't know. It's hard to tell day to day, hour to hour. I don't know. This is all very bad. I mean, this is uncharted. I think I said this yesterday or maybe the day before, but this is uncharted territory in a news cycle that is rife with uncharted moments. What do you think? I would love to know. You can call, leave me a brief voicemail, 714-576-4054. Of course, you can email me daily@dollemore.com. Follow me on social media. I'd love to see you there. I'm at Dollemore just about everywhere. Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. I almost forgot Twitter. Easy to forget Twitter these days. And if you want to support what I do, help produce and just get involved in amplifying my message, click the join button below, become a channel member for $1.99 a month. Hit that super thanks button, or even better, go over to patreon.com/IDoubtIt podcast. I love you guys. I appreciate you very much. I'll see you next time. Until I do, be genuine. Take care of one another.